everybody.
Hi, we're ready.
I don't know why I'm yelling.
And I've been fighting with the sound on every episode, and now you're yelling.
And now I'm yelling.
Adds to it.
Is that good or bad?
That's bad. It's frustrating.
Don't yell.
Yeah, because then I have to
different.
like bring everything down, and
Not
I don't
emotionally.
know. I don't know.
Bring it down emotionally.
The tone Angie down button on the editing software.
Oh yeah, right. It should be a thing some days for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to put that over there so I don't make noise around my mic. That's how paranoid I am. I'm like, don't touch anything near the mic.
Nothing near that. That's why your plate is on your lap.
Yeah, everything's ready to go. So
hey! So welcome to the Cunhas and Gane
Welcome
Show.
to the Cunhas and Gane Show.
This is David Gane.
That took way too long to get to that.
It doesn't matter, because you know what? And I'm Angie Cunhas.
Yes, you are.
And we did just joke before we went on recording how our 20-minute show has been an average of 32 minutes.
Yes. So this is supposed to be a 20-minute show. Yeah, it's been a bit of everything. Last week it was 30, and I apologize for that. But we like talking. That's actually one thing I think is really good to define what our show is about. Is that you and I will, when we meet and go through a story or like a plan a book or write or whatever we are doing in the same room, we tell a lot of other stories before we get to the actual work.
Yeah,
it takes us like 30 minutes. So I really think that this is just us doing that before we go and do work. Although this one, I did a bunch of work on you. I did a bunch of work with you, and then
my Lanta.
Yeah. So I did a bunch of work with you.
Yes.
And then we decided to do the show.
Let's talk about food.
So first of all, we're Angie and David. We talk. I know, but we talk about writing, and then so if you are new to the show, this is really place for if you're just a fan or a reader of ours. We just talk about how our process is and a bit about, things that interest us. If you're a writer who happened to find us or someone who's interested in writing, we do talk about writing and how we put books together as well.
We also talk about our books.
Yes, we do occasionally talk about
and Shepherd's Watch. And
books.
Soon to be released number 3, which we will talk about on the show.
A little in short. Quickly, soon.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God,
then,
you're really fun today. I don't know why.
and then you also wanted to say this is a good show for human beings. You read that thing.
Where are we?
Right down there.
Oh yeah. So we share experiences of writing and publishing, and we're human beings with big hearts and good intentions.
Oh, I thought that was for the people that have the human beings out there.
Oh, we share
with
that?
big hearts and good intentions,
no,
and then
us.
We share. Oh, okay.
We're
I didn't realize
the
that.
With big hearts and good intentions.
Oh, I didn't think that. So.
And we give shout outs to people and to things we love.
Yes. So first thing we love is every show we bring in food,
look at this,
or drinks, or coffee, or something like that. Today we went to Tangerine. These are always never sponsored.
No.
We go out and buy them and don't
Dave
tell them anything.
Dave says we, but Dave went on a trek.
Oh.
A spiritual journey to find the treat for the morning.
No, because we were going to go to Tangerine, and then I did a detour to pick up milk, and I was going to pick up other treats. I actually did buy the other treats.
Yes.
They're downstairs being eaten by my family.
Yes.
But they didn't have chocolate chip cookies, and today's my cheat day, so I really wanted a chocolate chip cookie. So I was going to get it there at this other place. They didn't have it. I went to another place. They didn't have it. Okay. Well, because I thought we were sharing.
We are sharing.
I don't want your fingerprints on
didn't.
mine.
No, I touched it with a plug.
Okay.
He's so paranoid of germs.
Yeah. And then I ended up going to Tangerine, who had the chocolate chip cookies. So
yay,
thank you
Tangerine!
for that. I appreciate that.
Dave got everything he wanted and no fingerprints.
I didn't find, $100,000 just lying on the ground.
That would have been really nice.
Yeah.
True story.
So, are we sharing?
Yeah, man. I want half of that.
So I'm going to cut it right there.
So that's a coconut cruller.
Yeah, and then we have...
A maple.
And I may eat more than that. Do you want to just give it a yank? There you go. We do have a maple scone and then a chocolate. I almost think there's something under that chocolate.
Really?
Like a raspberry or something. Are you just going to...
No, I don't think so.
It? No?
Nope.
Okay. So anyways, really, no one sees that, I don't think, and it's just me looking at your crotch. So...
Right there.
Awesome.
This is our treat of the day. We have something every week.
Tangerine is our choice for this week.
They're local. They're delicious.
What are we up to this week? We've had a busy week.
Every week is busy.
Yeah. Well, especially as we've been kind of getting to the book release of book 3.
Let's just dipping in your donut.
Book 3 first. Okay.
Book 3 first?
Well, no. If you want to do that, let's do book 3 because that was the first thing that came in.
Okay.
So we got our proof of our book, and that's what this is all about. I thought this was interesting because it's something we can share with people that a lot of people don't see. So this is our cover, and then if you have seen...
Can I hold it for you, Dave?
Yeah,
You're waving it around a lot.
I was going to say...
This is like when I became a teacher.
On the black areas here, that's the reflective part. When you get the book, we have little reflective... Glossy cover. Do you want to lift up the gloss? Now, I think
glossy cover.
We've kind of agreed, Yumi and our publisher, that we're going to bring up the purple a bit.
We feel, and you can let us know that this might be a bit dark for a black background.
Yeah, so we're gonna pop it up a bit. Yeah. So compared to the other two books, and every time I've taken photos and everything, that's actually why. Like I shared on Twitter and Facebook. A little image of the book, but I never did this because it just doesn't register on the screen, and I didn't want to do that. So, but yeah, so that's the proof to make sure that all looks good, and then we've got the book here.
That's the proof of the book. So here's what's cool. Can I? I'm a little bit sick. Sorry, everybody.
You just can't show all the secrets to the book.
No, not the secrets. But when I was younger, like last 3 years ago before I started becoming a writer.
That younger. I was like,
as a child, you go to the store, you get a book off the shelf. There's your book. Here's your book. Here's what it looks like. I hope you didn't hear that.
No,
wrong one. Yeah, doesn't matter. I can't show. Just
lift it off the...
Here, whatever. We just need an example. You take a book. Here's a book. Woo, right? And you don't think anything about it.
That's not our book of the week.
No, it's not my book of the week. My book of the week is something else. But the truth is that the author gets this. They get like the proof of their cover and what it looks like.
Well, for us anyway. And I don't know what anyone else gets.
No, but there's a process, right? Yeah. And then there's like the proof of like the book itself with all the margins and all the notes and the things from the publisher or the printer, sorry. So there's like a lot of things I never even considered.
Yeah. And
the red line shows where we will trim. Like, there's all sorts of things that I didn't even know existed.
And then this is just to see that it looks good on the page.
If there's any changes, do the numbers line up? Do they go sequentially like they should?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, if it looks right on the page. Right. And then I went through it this week and just did some double checks on some other things. And, we've got a few tweaks that we have to make on this, too.
So this is what a book looks like before it becomes a book.
Yeah. And then we also got, we are just about out of our first run of our first book. So
yay! Thank you everybody who bought a copy of Along Comes a Wolf.
Thank you very much. We have had a lot of love for Along Comes a Wolf. And I really appreciate that.
Me too.
So, then we got second edition on Along Comes a Wolf. We fixed up some errors that we found. We have a new cover on both sides because we've got the international award-winning thing, and then it says something on the back as well, way down there. And book 3 also has that now as well.
And open up the inside.
Oh yeah.
I really like the inside too.
Like this part. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Or
no,
what?
I think it's in the front.
No, it's on the back on that one. Because remember we had pagination? You know what I'm trying to not say.
So there's the list. I mean, there's 2 books, and this is the 3rd one. Our series is coming together. At some point, there will be 5 listed, which is pretty exciting. I don't know if you guys could see that. Anyhow. So, new book.
We took the food and we never bit into it. It's really tasty.
That's good. I'm going to have some shortly. So that also came this week, which is pretty exciting with the new...
It's sweet.
Is it?
Yeah. Woo!
Now I'm curious. I probably won't find it sweet at all. It'll be some... Because you don't even put sugar in your coffee, right?
No.
No, yeah.
But I love sugar. But,
in different forms. Like
I've noticed since I've cut out sugar pretty well, whenever I do sugar on the weekends,
it's powerful.
Like so much better now. Actually, it's not so much better. It's actually too much for me.
It's so much better now. Oh.
Yeah, it's not actually. It's really strong for me, and it's weird.
It makes sense. I think our palates change, right? Yeah. So, I forgot to mention, usually I'm the one who says it, but that this is also our 9th vlog.
Oh, yeah. 9.
It's funny, too. When you first proposed it, I was like, 20 minutes is too long. Who's going to want to watch us for 20 minutes?
No one really does, but...
But we talk for more than 20 minutes.
We have people who watch. We have our few fans. We appreciate that, too. Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about the status of book 3? Where are we at?
Well, we did. We've got the proof. We're hoping to get the final out next week. And we are planning our book release party. We are trying to start lining up book signings. Is it sweet? No. Or is it all in my head?
It's all in your head. Or in your tongue.
Okay. So we've got some plans for that. Details are coming as we get into it. And of course I'm looking up there because our calendar is up there. And I think book 3 is almost out the door.
Woohoo!
I don't know where we're going to store it. That's the thing. So we received the order of book 1.
If everybody buys all our other books too, we have them then.
Yeah.
So go buy Shepherd's Watch.
We've got
just to prompt you a little here, folks.
We've got
this is what it looks like.
We'd love you to buy
want one of these because it's really awesome.
We've done the print run on book 1. We've redone it on Along Comes a Wolfe. Not as many people bought Shepherd's Watch, and I'm curious why, but I know when we were selling Shepherd's Watch, they were interested. That's what drew them in. But then they're like, I want to read the first of the series.
Right.
And then bought the first one, but haven't come back for book 2. And we really want you to come back for book 2.
Let me ask you these questions. 1, are you from Saskatchewan? Yes? Good. 2,
are you from Canada?
2, have you ever gone to a lake in Saskatchewan?
Or Canada.
Or Canada.
This is it could be Ontario, this one.
Yeah, it feels like Saskatchewan to me, but it doesn't, if you've had the summer lake experience.
We wrote it with Saskatchewan in mind, but it can be
2. 3, do you know a teenager? Have you been a teenager? Excellent. If you've answered yes to all these questions, you should get this book, because it's actually, I cried. You know what I find so interesting is even though I write this, I am moved and I know what's coming. I still am moved by stuff in the book. Like there's a part at the end of this book that made me cry.
Yeah. I was feeling that way when I was doing the final read of book 3 too. There was I was reacting to moments.
And here's a funny story. So I sometimes use the girls' washroom at school because it's closer to my class. So I go to one particular stall and there was a student who was washing her hands. I didn't notice. I opened the door and I did one of these, and I was totally startled.
Because of book 1.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of people affected by book 1 and
the use of washrooms.
The use of washrooms in it. So it seems like a lot of people responded
and
to that.
I was actually just called upon, a grade 9 student at the school I teach at asked if I would be his guest author while he did a book talk on Along Comes a Wolfe. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, of course I will. So I popped up to his classroom at the time he told me to, and then he talked to the students, and then he asked me a couple questions. Here's what I found super interesting, though. He focused on he said, "This Along Comes a Wolf is a murder mystery. It's really exciting and fast-paced, and it's a story of two lovers." And I was like, that's what he focused on, and how what Tony went through losing somebody he loved, like lover, about teen love,
about Sherry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was
I was
so
like, for a second, I was like,
and this boy must be such a romantic, or he must have so bought into the story of like these two teenagers being torn apart.
Yeah.
That was what he focused on.
And I know a lot of people are really sad about that aspect of it.
For sure.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people say, like, ask me, you know, without spoiling anything, but like, what happens to that storyline? And I'm like, oh, wow.
Nothing yet.
But
nothing yet.
Also, you and I have really thought about that in the process of writing future books.
Yes.
How does that, the consequences or the facts of book one, how long do they last, and and everything like that.
Right, for our character, for sure. So that was kind of, it was interesting to see what he took away from the book.
Yeah.
And what lasted with him, whereas with me it was like, just get out of the bathroom.
I should time my drinks.
I'm sorry.
Do spit takes.
We don't want to get any coffee on the microphone.
Microphone, computer, camera.
None of that.
Books. Can't touch a thing.
No,
so
don't do that.
Oh, and so there's a couple of quick things I want to do for notes. So I think we're going to do a giveaway for Along Comes a Wolf. We have to figure out the details and how many books.
We're giving away Along Comes a Wolf?
A couple of yeah.
I thought no. It was the last one.
No. Along Comes a Wolf. Bring people into the series. So if you haven't read Along Comes a Wolf, we're gonna have a giveaway. We're gonna announce this shortly. We'll figure out all the details.
We're giving away books, people.
Yes, in like the next. Sorry, I got the hiccups and the burps all at once. We're gonna announce the details on Along Comes a Wolf giveaway at some point. Secondly, if you are following our newsletter, you already know this. We have changed two big things on how we are selling our books. If you are a Canadian anywhere, we are now doing free shipping.
Deal?
On 3 books. It doesn't matter which ones you do. You could buy like 2 copies of Along Comes a Wolf. You could do 1 Along Comes a Wolf, 1 Shepherd's Watch, and then if you waited it out, 1 Wolf in Shepherd's Clothing, get the whole deal like that. We also like this because we have a lot of we really I can give you this.
Thank you.
We also really loved Seth Godin's What to Do When It's Your Turn. She's gonna go grab it.
Allison Seitz. Oh, Karamati.
I gave you. I bought 2, and then I gave you.
And then I gave 1 away to Allison.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you gave yours?
Yeah.
To her. Oh, okay.
Did,
and I haven't given mine away yet.
It's an amazing book. I love it.
But we really liked it because you could not buy 1 book. You had to buy like
I'm gonna go buy it
2 or more or whatever.
At one time.
I can give you mine. And
you don't want it?
Well, I will probably want to read it.
I guess I'm not going anywhere. You're sort of stuck with me.
Yeah. So we'll put it in the office when we get an office. So anyways,
get an office.
So we really liked that idea, and we thought that having like, if you buy 3 books, free shipping, you can not just hold them to yourself, you can give them to your friends, everything like that. Or if you have a book group, you can buy like 3 copies of one. Don't kick that because you just shook the whole camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I can't cut that out. It's a part of the whole show now. So yeah, you can just buy all the books and share it. But that's only for Canada shipping. But if you know us, we're going to try and do pop-up shops, and we're doing the Cathedral Arts Festival this year.
Don't wait for that, though. You can go to Shopify. You can just get the books.
No. Yeah, but if you are in Regina, you can do another deal where if you come to us and say, hey, I want to buy a bunch of books, get a hold of us. We are giving 3 for $50. So you get basically a $10 deal off. I don't know if that makes sense, but same rules apply. You can get whichever books you want. as long as you get 3 or more books, you'll get that $10 off. Well, yeah, 3 books.
If you buy 3 books, you get $10 off.
$10 off, basically.
Right.
So, yeah, $50 for 3 books.
Any 3.
We're going to announce that officially as well on our website. But probably this week as well.
Is it so? When can people start getting 3 books?
Now.
Right now. That's what I thought. Yeah. So
yeah, it's been actually turned on for about a week,
right,
or so.
Right.
If you don't have the newsletter, get on the newsletter, and we'll let you know about these things earlier. So,
right.
Yeah.
As early as me. Sorry about a little confusion today.
So yeah. Wow. We haven't even got to the main part of the show, and it's like
Satchel?
20
It's
minutes.
not even,
we'll do one question.
One question on Satchel. Do we want to talk about the status of book 4 first? Book 4 is coming along nicely.
We're working. I've got some new details that I want to tell you about. Not
After,
now.
Not now. You guys don't get to know. I just totally took a question out. I'm going to just go with the original question.
Okay, and then... Okay, you and I had a conversation yesterday before you even opened this up.
Okay.
Do you have the magic number?
No.
Oh, okay. You and I had a conversation, and I was hoping we were going to talk about it, but then we did this. Do you remember the conversation about goals and stuff like that?
No.
Okay, then never mind. It's not important.
Can't you prompt me now?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're moving along. Well, I think that is actually a whole conversation. Like, that'll be another 45-minute show.
Like
probably.
Yesterday? We were talking about it?
Yeah.
And how to get to the thing that you want?
Yeah.
I totally remember that. Oh my God. I've thought about it. Couldn't stop thinking about it after that. A whole other show, though.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a podcast that needs to happen.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll do that maybe next week's show.
I'm excited.
Hopefully we don't have anything exciting happening in the house.
Hopefully we do. Somebody's going to pull up their truck and take like 8 boxes of books.
Wow, 8 boxes, 24 a
24,
book.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Oh man, I don't even know the math on that.
No, but it's like a lot of numbers.
If you know the person who wants to buy 8 boxes of our books, get them
We'll have them on the show.
Well, that's the way you get on the show.
They'll be our honorary guest for the month.
For the month.
Poor they'll be like, I don't want any part of this anymore. Yeah. It's too much. Question. Oh, David.
Oh gosh.
Is there anything that puts you in the mood to write? There was no pause there.
I know you. I was like, oh.
I'm such a jerk. Oh, that was fun. Example. You don't want to drink right now, do you? I might say something stupid and you'll have to spray your coffee. Is there anything left? Is there anything that puts you in the mood to write? Example, food, weather, location, music, etc.
You first?
Me first.
Or do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
Okay.
That's a good question.
First of all, I'm going to say something that may counter you. I think that it's bad and dangerous to set yourself up that you can only get into the writing mode under a certain set of circumstances. Because to me, that's a way to get yourself into a situation where if you can't get that, then you can't write. Right?
Yes.
But I do know that I'm also very much, I need certain set of circumstances to be more productive on certain days than other days.
Yes.
If I stay around the house, I don't get the writing done because I get distracted by the internet. It's the basic thing, right?
Sure, yeah.
So for me, I like writing in the early morning. I really like finding a coffee shop that's pretty well empty, has good internet, put on the headphones, don't like it in any distractions from people and stuff like that. Like, I'm fine having conversations and stuff, but if it takes me out of the work that I'm doing, or if I'm in the middle of a pause and somebody comes over, and I'm totally game for that. But if I'm in the space, I don't want to be distracted, which is actually why I'm no longer going to the coffee shop that I was going to.
Did you find a new one?
I've narrowed it down to, I think, 2. One doesn't have great internet. I've been struggling with the internet, and since we're collaborating online and stuff, it's not
sort of
great.
Important, yeah.
And then the other one is, and the other reason I don't like is that it only gives me a 2-hour limit on parking. So I've got a spreadsheet that I've like broken down every place. Actually, I gotta say, Tangerine is one I'm starting to think I should reconsider as well. It's just it opens at 7, and that's like 2 hours past
that's crazy.
my time, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think it only has limited 2-hour parking, but everything else is check marks on my spreadsheet. The other one that I'm looking at is it opens at 6:30. Free parking, good internet. It's just a little further away than other options. So
you're gonna share that with us?
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
So
not you guys. It's a secret.
Because I want my quiet time.
Oh yeah, right. You don't want you. Okay, fair enough.
I just said. Okay.
Okay.
How about you for mood? What puts you in the mood, Ange?
What puts me in the mood?
Soft music.
Yeah, actually, kind of.
Wine.
So that as well.
We're talking about writing, right?
We're talking about writing. Totally. So I'm kind of with you. I think that to have something too specific, you can't, it's an excuse then.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have this environment and I don't have this coffee and I don't have this music. And then, I guess I can't write, right? So I think that's an excuse to not. I think there need to be some things in place so that you are always writing.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you in that. For me, I've never, as you're talking about the coffee shops, I think I'd like to try that. I've never done it.
Okay.
And I wonder how that would go. I'm curious. So I've never done that. I write at home. And in the summer when I was writing in Greece, I was at my cousin's house, which feels like a second home. And so I was thinking as we were talking about like, what are the similarities? Because I was in a very different place.
Yeah.
I have to have coffee. Like my brain has to be awake. And I do love coffee. It's a comfort thing for me. And I have to have already written in my like my personal journal and gotten out my stuff. Like that's in my head. Those two things are kind of key because I was doing that in Greece as well. I would wake up and have coffee and write in my journal. And then I would open up my computer and I would write the story. So those things. Usually food, weather, location, music. Those are kind of the key things.
The other one I used to do way back in the day
I have another thing I do.
Okay.
Go ahead though.
Okay. The one thing I used to do was I tried to get myself off the reliance of using just a computer way before you and I started collaborating because it doesn't work as well to do this.
Sure.
It's an extra step that doesn't make sense. But I started forcing myself not to use the computer, but to handwrite everything. And this is when I was writing scripts and stuff like that. So I was handwriting, 3 or 4 pages a day. Well, I guess it would have been 6 pages a day.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was just, it was kind of my way to say, you know what, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm at the lake, for example.
No excuse. I
can go buy myself a couple of scraps of paper, sit down and write. Right. So
correct. Yeah.
So yeah, that was, I tried to force myself out of those kind of patterns. Even with the looking for the new coffee shop, I've actually started to wonder, what can I do to force myself to write here instead of having to write at a coffee shop? Maybe we should just, I still like writing at coffee shop.
And you're productive there, so it works for you, right? Yeah. And there's that ritual of getting up, and
you have to get dressed.
And you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Right? There's that kind of habitual idea of I'm getting up and I'm going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do that for my job.
Yeah.
And then so for this is the opposite, which I'm trying to actually make my job, which is stay home, have your coffee, write in your journal, put on your sweats, and then write your stories. So I think that part of it too, of getting up and leaving the house, there's that makes sense to me too, right? It's not just I have to go to a coffee shop and be in the corner writing, right? It's that idea of getting dressed and leaving and going somewhere else and working.
Cool. And was that the other thing?
Oh, yeah, I do. I just do a little, I pray.
Okay.
I do a little prayer. I actually, in my paintings, when I would paint more, I would paint a little thing. I won't say what it was, but I'd paint a little thing and say a prayer before I started the painting. And then I say a little prayer when I'm writing too.
Cool.
It's just a little meditative, like a little kind of put the brain kind of flip that switch. So those are things that I do. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's a nice question.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you. We'll throw it in the recycling bin of questions.
Oh, boy.
I missed the recycling.
That's
I just spit.
It's okay. Wrap
Such
up.
a bad show. Books of the week.
Books of the week.
Where did my book go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so one thing I think we're going to do is after this week or in the near future, I think we're going to open it up to not just books of the week, but things of the week that we like. Just a shout out to including television, movies.
Stuff we love.
Stuff we love.
Yeah.
Games for, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So we're going to open that up.
Sure.
But your book this week is...
The Four... Holy crap. I'm going to blame it on my cold. The Four Agreements. Oh my...
I want a moment of just like...
Can you edit this?
Nope.
This is the best book ever. I actually blogged about it. I blogged about it. I did. I blogged about it.
Okay, I'm going to take over. You got to come back to the show, Ange. Okay.
Wait a minute.
So, now that I'm running the show by myself, I'm going to say I chose The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is really a well-worn book for me. I don't remember. It's probably been in my house for 20 years.
I have one too.
And you were going to actually bring it as your option.
Which is awesome. So I'm okay
yeah.
now.
And which is even better is that I even have a bookmark that actually is from you.
I think I gave you that when you got your master's. And I put it inside the book I gave you when you got your master's. Yeah.
Which is
that's kind of cool.
How I Write the Secret Lives of Authors, which I believe I've read.
It was beautiful. I liked it because it was a beautiful book.
Yeah, it's visually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And now my turn. I'm going to try again. That was awful. I'd like to apologize. The Four Agreements, which I did blog about.
Yeah.
This book is life-changing. And I'm not saying that in any sense of grandiose ideas. It really shifts how you interact with people. And it's not a big book. And I've read it a few times. And there's 4 basic agreements. Don't take things personally.
Are you going to spoil them?
No. Learn these lessons, people. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Read the book.
Okay.
Don't make assumptions and always do your best. 4 agreements to have a simple, good, calm, happy life. It's that simple. And there's all sorts. Look at I wrote all over this book.
We're all about trying to
get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
almost going to bring that.
I don't know what's going on with us, but
look at us trying to be better humans. Yay us. That's the book of the week.
Yeah. Every time they hear when your phone buzzes, it buzzes through the mic. So
what is going on?
You got to move that.
All sorts of chaos
okay,
today.
so where to find us?
Can I do a shout out?
Oh yes. Well, no, that was
like a people shout
out. Down on.
Oh, it's after.
There, yeah, but you can do the people shout out.
Okay.
We'll move the things around.
My people shout out is to a sweet kid named Meet Patel. Yep, his first name is Meet. Meet Patel. Meet, if you're watching, you're awesome.
Awesome.
Now finesse that book out of someone's hands and read it.
Do I have a shout out? I don't have a shout out.
That's okay.
Now. Okay.
I
wasn't even
today.
thinking
of it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wow. I'm off the rails today.
Okay, so where you can find us, www.cunosandgane.com. And right at the moment, you can find our store there, shop.cunosandgane.com. We may be changing that in the near future. We'll see.
Maybe.
Don't
worry.
We got to figure it out. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And you can also make sure if you are watching us on YouTube that, I don't even know which side we need it. It's one of those sides. There's a little bell and a subscribe button. So hit the subscribe. No, it's below you. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Also, we're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
Instagram.
We're on Instagram, so we have all those options. You're not allowed to say your thing that Anna's told you not to say. Yeah, don't say it even. You can't say it.
I know, but I want to tell people that they should probably
subscribe to us and like us
and
share and spread the word about us, especially if you really actually like us. Also, send us questions on Twitter and Facebook. AskCunhosandGane.com.
Hashtag that.
We've done Viewer of the Week.
Yep.
So thank you for tuning in. We did another long episode. I think
I'd like to apologize to David. I'm so sorry. I was off the rails today.
It's okay.
I'm going to go home and drink now.
It's because the booze I put in your coffee.
I brought my own coffee. What the hell?
I poured it in afterwards.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking responsibility for my behavior. Oh my God.
Worries.
That's it, folks. Thanks. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. I'm so sorry.